This story is about the saga of a single agricultural commodity which transformed central Maui's arid land into Hawaii's sweetest valley. It is a story of the people and machines that have made HC&S one of the most productive sugar farms in the world and its continuing efforts to be innovative.
We are good stewards of the land, and we do good things that's in the best interest of this community.
HC&S is made up of your friends, your neighbors, and we're people.
Everything that the old-timers created for this place was really brilliant. There's a living history that would die if the factories were to shut down.
We've been in the business for 130 somewhat years. We want to continue that. I want to be able to say, when I retire, I've given that opportunity that was given back to me to another individual who wants to work for this company. And that's my goal.
You know, with everybody's help, and we're going to need everybody's help, we can keep this place going for unlimited years. You wouldn't believe. I see the future on Maui through us.
My name is Kelly Ruidas. I've been with HC&S for about 12 years. I'm a heavy equipment mechanic, born and raised on Maui. I'm a strong supporter of HC&S, not only because I work here, but I see the much broader picture that it benefits by being in business. Directly, it provides 800 jobs to our fellow workers, but also supports local businesses throughout Maui. It adds $100 million annually into Maui's economy, which is very important. I know a vocal minority would like you, or would like the public to think that we're some big bad company, but I can tell you, we are a big company. However, it's filled with good, hard-working people just trying to survive and just trying to support their family in all this craziness. If you do come to HC&S, you'll find that we are good stewards of the land, and we do good things that's in the best interest of this community.
My name is May Nakahata, and I'm the agronomist for HC&S. What an agronomist does is we do work trying to figure out how to grow the sugar cane. I live in Kula, and I'm also the president for the Hawaii Farm Bureau. I've been at HC&S for 25 years. What's exciting about being at HC&S is it's almost like a little city by itself. So you get to experience everything from growing the crop to processing the crop to actually seeing the marketing of the product, final product. So you actually get ownership in this product that's on everybody's food table, and you can say I was a part in growing that. HC&S is made up of your friends, your neighbors, and we're people. And that's what makes HC&S tick. It's not just a corporate entity from Honolulu that makes HC&S work. It's each and every one of our 800 employees that's working hard every day, and they're dependent on these jobs for their livelihood. They give to the community through United Way and other means. They're active. They could be your child's soccer coach. That's who HC&S is.
My name is Jennifer McDonald. I live in Makawao. I've been working at HC&S for maybe 4 or 5 years. Started in the factory and currently on assignment in the power plant. The factory here represents a living history of Maui. Apart from all the jobs, apart from all the families that would be really beat up by the mill closing down and so many people losing their jobs, there's a living history that would die if the factories were to shut down. When I got out of college and a couple years later got a job working in the factory, I had a great idea that I was going to use all my engineering school lessons of ideation and innovation and really bring something new and interesting to an old company. And you hear that a lot outside, that the company is old news. The funny thing is, once you know this old factory, is that everything that the old-timers created for this place was really brilliant. It was renewable and sustainable and recycling before they were just common terms.
Well, my name is Rick Bollner Jr. I've been working here at HC&S for 13 years. I'm the Senior Vice President of Agricultural Operations. You know, HC&S, we have a variety of products that we produce. Obviously we're a sugar company. Our commodity sugar is shipped to California and processed there, refined, but we also produce Maui brand natural cane sugars here on site and market our own cane sugars for use in products, food products, from drinks to mixes to cookies to cereals, even rum, here on the islands. And we also ship a fair amount of that to the mainland for use in the little brown packets that you see in coffee shops, some big name cereals, big name cookie mixes throughout the United States. And one of the other big products that we produce is energy. We've been generally the sugarcane industry has been a large producer of electricity in Hawaii for many, many years. HC&S is no different. We produce about 6% of the island's electricity. Of that, 35% of it, or 35% of the total island's use of renewable energy. So a very large portion of renewable energy here on Maui. And we feel we're positioned to expand on that. We have the resources, both the land, access to water, and of course the sunshine to make this a very thriving energy producing farm. And we are currently working and continue to work with private partners as well as public partnerships to expand on that energy production, and we feel that this is extremely important to our future. Some of our greatest assets are obviously our workforce, the land that we have, and access to water. And you lose any one of those, especially water, it really puts into peril if you can operate a successful agricultural operation. And so the water is extremely important to us. Without water, you won't have a crop, and without a crop, any chances of having more renewable energy produced here on Maui is going to be very difficult.
My name is Wesley Bissett. I lived on Maui all my life. I went to Lahaina Luna High School. I stayed there for 3 years. Then I went to St. Anthony High School and graduated from there. I want to talk about the apprenticeship program. You can be anything you want over here. You can be a crane driver, you can be a truck driver, you can drive an excavator, you can drive a loader, you can come inside, you can be a plumber, you can be an electrician, you can be a millwright, you can be a machinist, you can be a welder, you can be whatever you want over here. And you don't have to leave the island. That's the best part. It's almost like we're a family over here because we've been with each other every day. And for the past years, and we kind of grew a bond to everybody, even the supervisor, the management, even the people out of different departments, even the people outside in the field. We all one unit. And with everybody's help, and we're going to need everybody's help, we can keep this place going for unlimited years. You wouldn't believe. I see the future on Maui through us.
My name is Sheldon Beagle. I was born and raised in Lahaina, Maui. I do whatever I can with the skills that I've gained here at HC&S and the values that I learned from home to pass that on, to help whoever needs help. Some of the concerns I have today is able to keep my job, able to have this company survive so I can continue to provide for my family. We've been in the business for 130 somewhat years. We want to continue that. I want to be able to say, when I retire, I've given that opportunity that was given back to me to another individual who wants to work for this company. And that's my goal.
HC&S is Maui's largest agricultural operation and makes a major contribution to the local economy in the form of wages, taxes, and purchases of goods and services. HC&S has outstanding assets of good land, abundant sunlight, ample water resources, and able, dedicated employees. It has succeeded in the past by being more innovative and productive. But further gains in efficiency and productivity will be necessary in the future, and creative, resourceful people will be needed to make these gains. At the same time, HC&S knows it must be a good neighbor. If HC&S can continue to enjoy the support of the state and local governments and the Maui community, it will continue to endure for decades to come.